Yeah. You're gonna find that in an SQ application, they're not fantastic, but they're really good in a nice loud build because the carbon cone business really makes some funny ringy resonance that isn't amazing for SQ stuff. I mean, I've competed with all of my stuff in the band and did okay.
That's all that matters.
But I mean, if I had C7s, which cost literally 6 times as much as my product, I would do better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You want to go, dude? Okay, bye.
Dog is like, get me out of here. This is like tiny home scenario. You guys are reminding me of me and Allie in the van at Burning Man when we were like trying really hard not to open any doors or anything. And I'm like standing there and I'm not sure which bin she's getting in. And I'm like fucking like doing like the fucking robot behind her. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I thought I was walking by and I shouldn't walk. I'm just going to stand over here. Just going to wait. She's like, but and I was like, it reminds me of Tiny Home, like the fucking that was at Portlandia. I think they were the ones that had the Tiny Home skit. It was super fucking funny. They're like getting all annoyed with each other, and they're in each other's way the whole time. They're all Tiny Home.
Like, ain't going nowhere now, bud. He's dead now.
These guys what are you getting chased by? A fucking wasp?
Or like a horsefly?
What is there?
Damn,
there was fucking wasps over next to the fucking grass over by the street near our shop, and my buddy Lucas's little dog, his name's Rudy, and while Lucas is working on the other side, Rudy hangs out in the office with us. Well, after like 2.5 hours, I was like, this doggy needs to probably go out and go potty. Let's walk him over to the grass. And I go and I got my mixie cup and I put a protein shake in and fucking walk over and I'm drinking that. And I'm fucking standing there. There's fucking wasps are all flying by. I'm like, oh shit.
There's really never been a bug in here.
It's gonna be hella funny when like they find a wasp nest in there on the live and they're all fucking getting stung and running around and screaming. That would be super cool. Please let there be a wasp's nest in there.
There's a lot of wasps in my backyard because I have trees and water and my grass and shit. So
right.
They don't bother us as long as you just leave them be. So I went to the Avi today in Laughlin.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It's very nice. I'm excited.
Yeah,
we have lots of space and it's gated and guarded. So at nighttime's good. Right by the river is pretty dope. So
what are the dates?
March 1st and 2nd. So be there, everybody.
Be there, everybody. Yeah.
Be there or be square.
Dude, there's a fireworks shop and fireworks launch pad at the resort. Things might get a little crazy.
Okay, so what you should do is find somebody in our group that wants to be the fucking guy. And then we just and then you go, okay, hey, like you and whoever your team, whatever the fuck. And then we all, pitch in. Like everybody's like, we get 100 people fucking in and everybody's putting 100 and $500 in on the fucking fireworks. Next thing you know, we got fucking 10 grand, 25 grand worth of fucking fireworks to fucking light off. Fucking Saturday night. It'd get weird.
It could get pretty epic.
Sounds expensive.
So yeah, they're pretty much like, just come on out, whatever you guys want to do. I mean, you're good. It's the only thing I have to pay for is the one thing I have to pay for that is a little different than everywhere else is there's a license fee that we got to pay to like the reservation. It's $50 per vendor that's selling anything. So any vendors that are just coming to set up and like show their product off and not really sell anything, they don't really have to pay it, but that's basically it. Besides that, and insurance, just the basic stuff, insurance, porta potties, all the stuff that goes into a show. But, yeah, they're not requiring me to get a bunch of permits and shit. So
what's the thing with insurance? They easy to deal with?
They said they don't. I don't even need insurance. I was like, really?
You're like,
I've never done a show at a hotel or resort that didn't require me to get insurance with them.
you're like, I'm still probably gonna.
You know, so I told him, I was like, I'm still getting insurance, and I'm still going to put your hotel as under the insurance umbrella, because if someone backs into the corner of the hotel or some bullshit, like, I'm not going to be responsible, and that person.
Like the one time you don't get it, someone's gonna knock over some priceless statue or something.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do it. Food and beverage. I got to take care of food, but I think they're going to take care of beverage, so they could sell alcohol. Camping. There's a KOA right next door if anybody wants to camp.
Depends on how much my fucking van is so cozy now. I may be fucking chilling in my van.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of the Sky High guys kind of like to bring RVs, so they may do that thing. Carlos usually does. Greg does. So there'll be a few people camping, and then I'm guessing, being that it's so far from Vegas, everybody else will be staying at the hotel.
Which I still have mine.
Yeah, I mean, I may. If the rooms aren't terribly expensive, then I'll fucking probably have a room, because
No, they're cheap. They're cheap, and we're gonna
I'll tell you right now, I'm glad. I mean, I liked Prim. I did. I didn't really like the hotels, or even the freshly remodeled rooms were a little gnar.
Yeah, I agree.
And the really old ones were really gnar. The fucking my buddy Doug Esminger, the guy that now owns the Slam Halen.
Yeah,
he was talking about the room he got because he had, he I don't know if he made his reservation late or got it there or whatever he did, but they put him in the old building, like at the fucking last ass room at the end, and he was like, it had to be the worst room because like there was like a dead body stain.
Oh my God.
Swear to God, he was like, dude, he was like, I didn't want to take my fucking shoes off. I didn't want to climb under the covers. I was like, get me into the room, please, get me the fuck out of here. This is not. And he was like, I was so tired, and I was like, I wasn't sure, and I was asking anyway, and then they were like, we don't have anywhere to put you, man. Like, we clean the room all the time. They were like, what's wrong with it? And he's like, oh, there's like a fucking dead body blood stain, and dude,
What's wrong with it? Have you been in there?
That looks great. Oh shit, I'm in with fucking the fucking $89 a night. And do we get special rates for us being us?
Yeah, I'm waiting on some sort of room code. I don't know if it'll be a discount or a blog. I'm sure it's some sort of discount, but
yeah, maybe a little something is great. But I'll probably get a king room and a double queen room, and that way I can have a couple of my crew get a room. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any of that suite. I don't know where that went, but
is there a suite?
It was on the first page, but I don't see it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. I mean, it's not
nice
bad.
Right there.
90 to 120 for the most.
That ain't bad.
Well, I don't understand. What is the? Oh, it's River View. I could give fucking two shits. Right? Beach Tower.
Hey,
what's the
some
difference?
people care, man.
I don't know, dude. One faces the river, one faces
not
the parking lot. Cool. You know what I want to look at? I want to look at the parking lot. I want to be as high as I can, and I want to look, and I want to be like, my people.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Blake thinks he had the worst room. I don't know. I don't know, man. Did you have a fucking dead body stain on the carpet? Doug was. Yeah. But dude, for real. He was like, there was like looked like a blood stain, and it was shaped like the most of an upper body, like butt cheeks and up and to the elbows. Fucking I'm like, somebody was bleeding out a little bit. Oh man, a bunch of fat bass heads floating in that fucking pool.
Yeah, they have like a tiki beach thing right there too, so that's pretty dope.
Oh shit! We were on the fucking beach.
Yeah, you could rent jet skis. They got a golf course, arcade. They got a theater.
Steve, next time we hang out, I want us to like go golfing or to like Top Golf or something, and I want you to teach me to fucking golf and not be the worst ever.
Sure.
I want Steve to hurt my feelings.
So I'm so like there's a handful of things that I had a natural knack at, and golf is the complete opposite of any of that. I'm so bad. And my dad is really good, and my grandfather was great. He had like several hole-in-ones, and he played a lot. He was really good. And my dad's also really good, and my cousin is fucking badass. He's really working on being a pro right now. He's working as an assistant golf pro at a place. He's doing really well, and yeah,
you just got to relate it to something you're good at. There's got to be emotion. There's emotion in golf, and if there's something it's not hard. It's just you got to know how to do it, I guess.
Do you seeing the posts from Blake in here? Blake had a fingernail in the middle of the table and blood. Alyssa Clark blood in the bathroom at fucking Buffalo Bills, and then cups and shit. But I mean, so okay, so they were like, the room ain't that bad compared to the rest of the rooms, and Doug's in there like, dead body is not that bad, and they're like, well, compared to like actual pieces of a person, like thumbnails and
it's not that bad, really.
I mean, all
right, Jason, we're gonna elect you to run the fireworks show.
Jason seems like the kind of guy to run a fireworks show.
His electronic firing devices.
Steve, you're a professional caddy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my Patrick here. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know if y'all know, this is Patrick Brian. He's the guy who basically is the reason the wagon exists today. The reason my house hasn't burned down 3 times. Just an overall great dude. This is my guy. He took a week of vacation to help finish the wagon before Slam this year.
Nice.
He was here every day, 6 a.m. talking about time to get up. I'm like, bro, we just went to bed. That's dope. But so he golfs a whole lot.
The man has an explosive bag. You're fucking hired, Jason. And that'll be really good. Jason's got a show about a month away from that. Let me look at the dates. Fucking goddamn it. Fuck up everything.
Before we get too far away from it, anybody that's going to go, I'm going to get there probably Thursday night. And then I'm probably going to play golf Friday morning. And then set the lot up in the afternoon. So if anybody wants to play golf Friday morning.
Man, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get there that early. I would love to do that, man. I'm trying super fucking hard.
Yeah, I just figured I might as well just get there Thursday night and get the drive out of the way and then be there all day Friday.
So Jason's show is the Seaport Showdown in Savannah, Georgia, 11th through the 13th of April. So just over. Yeah. So nice. That might be a thing.
Fuck yeah.
So I had an interesting night last night. I don't know if you guys remember back 3.5-4 months ago. I had meth heads trying to break into my fucking shop, and they had a gun and a bitch and a fucking potato-sized fucking meth rock and all that shit. Well, my buddy next door, Ray's got the barber shop, and he likes to stay in there super late at night because he makes music, and he'll fucking get going, and he's making tracks for people and doing stuff, and he'll be like, fuck it, I'm gonna work late. And well, like fucking 1:30 a.m. he tried to call me.
Do that easy.
He tried to call me at 1:30 a.m. I didn't hear the call. I had my phone on the bed and it didn't vibrate and wake me up. Steve froze again. That's kind of a cool freeze, though. Steve, he looks a little less weird. It almost looks fake, though. But
definitely fake.
Yeah. But and then he's looked out the window at the vehicle that pulled up in front of my shop, and the guy gets out and goes around the trunk, opens it up, and pulls out a fucking rifle.
God damn.
So he calls 911, my buddy Ray, and then calls me again a couple minutes later, and I hear it ring, and I get up, and I saw that I missed his call. I'm like, oh, fuck, something's at the shop. And I was like, I don't want to wake up Allie yet, so I fucking throw on my jammies, and I walk downstairs, and And I called him and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, man, this fucking motherfucker tweaker dude out here with like a stolen car and a fucking rifle and just went hiking away. And I called the cops. They got here pretty fast, but I don't think they got him. And I'm like, fuck, that sucks. And he's like, if he saw those cops coming, he probably knows somebody called him and he might figure out it's fucking me, you know? And he's like, fucking, this sucks, man. I'm going to get out of here for the night. And he like fucking packed up and went home. But he was pretty bummed out. And then I had a missed phone call from the sheriff's department, and they were like, hey, you have cameras. Can you send us the thing? So I'm like figuring out how to fucking section out the bits of video information of him pulling in and him walking around and his rifle and walking out. There's a couple different, camera angles that I could hit and I get all that shit. I fucking send that to them. And then next thing I know, it's fucking goddamn 4:45 a.m. I've been up for 3 hours. I'm wide the fuck awake, but I'm like kind of headachy and a little stressed out. I'm like, man, it's fucking wild out here. Well, you guys are getting intimate in there, huh? Oh shit, got the red light on and then the rainbow. We know what's going down now.
We're gonna talk about those in a minute.
You've got a mirror on the ceiling?
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, so then I go fucking climbing into bed and like my alarm goes off and I don't want to get up. I get up at like fucking 7. I drag my ass to the shop and I get some shit done. And then I went and trained jujitsu and I felt fucking great until I was done. And now I'm like a zombie. I'm like a big bag of shit. I'm like, But yeah, it was fucking night. Fucking, it's wild out here. Like, I'm like, God, I kind of wish I didn't have the goddamn cameras now. Like, I don't want to know how wild it is out there. I get the cameras up and fucking less than a week later, I got guys trying to break into my shop. They got a fucking pistol and a fucking potato-sized fucking meth rock and a bitch. And then here we are just a few months later. It's fucking goddamn, you look like Meth Head Redemption, fucking with a weird hat and a hoodie and a fucking rifle walking away with a rifle on his shoulder. Like, the fuck is he doing, bro?
When you say meth rock, what are you saying? Like just a big rock or an actual rock of meth?
An actual rock of meth. That first time they had a fucking potato-sized fucking bag of fucking meth, man.
How much is that worth?
I don't fucking know. Probably thousands. You know what I mean? Like that first time, it was 2 guys, and they had a fucking young woman in the car. She probably somewhere along the way in her life was a beautiful girl. You know what I mean? And they got all kinds of pry tools and bolt cutters. They got like 3 different sets of bolt cutters and like fucking 8 different crowbars of various fucking shit. A fucking pistol, bullets. What?
You could see all this shit in their trunk, or how'd you see all this shit?
Yeah, well, I'm a fucking idiot. And this is like, could have been the dumbest thing I ever did. I could have ended myself because it was so stupid. But my buddy Ray called me and he's like, hey, these fucking guys out here, it's looking a little sketchy. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but one of them went around the back of the building, like looked like he was trying to go around the back of the building. And I hear some banging going on. I'm like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna call 911, And the guy was standing there, and I can talk. I got a speaker on my camera. I could be like, "Hey man, how you doing? What the fuck you doing outside my shop?" And I was like, you know what? I want them to get caught if they're actually trying to break in. Fuck it. And so I call the police, and I'm like, hey, there's like somebody looks like they're actively trying to get into my shop. There's like a guy looked like he's standing watch. He's looking a little fucking sketchy, and another one looked like he was trying to go around the back of the building. And my buddy heard some banging clangy, on the microphones, and they're like, we don't have anybody to go out there right now. And I'm like, okay, well then I guess I'm going to go out there. And now that's what I should have said. That's exactly what I should have said is, yep, cool. Well, I'm going to be on my way then, but don't do that though. Don't be on your way.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Don't actually be on your way. Just say you're going to be on your way. And then like my natural reaction, because I just said what I fucking was going to do, all of a sudden I got in the car and I started driving over, and I come pulling in. The police beat me there, thankfully. And they got the 2 guys in the 2 cop cars, and they're fucking talking, and they're like, and then this one cop is like, where was the guy? And I said, it looked like he was walking. I look on the cameras. It looked like he was walking around the fucking back, like trying to find. And he's like, doesn't look like anybody can get around the back. And I'm like, he was probably trying to figure out if he could. I don't know if he jumped any fences or anything, but I like walk over and it's like a regular fence with barbed wire at the top. It wasn't even razor wire. And I'm like, it's a meth head. They know how to like climb barbed wire faster than a regular fence, dude. I don't know what to fucking tell you. I don't know if he got over the fence or not. And he's like, I don't think
do you even have an entrance in the back of your shop? I didn't think so.
No, but I mean, but like if you had like a fucking rigging axe, you could peel through the fucking thin ass tin and then through the sheetrock and you're in. You know what I mean? Right through the side. Like you could come through this wall. I could walk through this wall in a half an hour. And a meth head could do it in like 7 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So then the cop is kind of giving me shit. He's like, you can't really just call the cops for some people standing around. And I'm like, these guys were trying to get in my fucking shop. And I'm like, I don't know why, but like, what's going on? And the cop was a little bit of a dick. And I was like, God, how fucking weird. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not some weird paranoid motherfucker just out here for nothing, you know? Yeah. And then we go walking back over and me and this police officer, and then like a fucking sergeant or somebody is there, older guy, he's got a little bit of gray beard going on. And he's like, all right, guys, let's fucking search this thing, man. And the guys start opening it up and they start digging through. And he's like, bullets. Hey guys, you didn't find a gun? And they're like, no. And well, there's bullets. And 100% of the time that I've ever had bullets, there's a gun. 100%, motherfuckers. And he's like pissed. And then, okay, let me buy. And he's like, okay, I'm not finding a gun in here. You guys need to go check your guys, huh? And so then fucking 2 guys each go over, and one guy gets out of the car and they're patting the guy down, and the other guy's kind of standing there on him, like being ready in case some wild shit happens. And put the one guy in, and they're checking the other guy, and he's like, oh shit, there it is. Fucking gun. Dude was sitting in the cop car with a gun after he'd already been patted down. Fucking sergeant guy was pissed off. He was like, man, imagine you're just driving across town with that guy in the back seat of your car. Blow your whole fucking brains out, man. He was pissed. But they're searching the car, and they're just dropping crowbars and fucking big ass fucking bolt cutters out of the back of the fucking thing. And they got this young lady, and she gets out, and she's like in, you know, short booty cheek shorts and fucking flip flops. She's kind of dressed like a hoe, and you know, and they go and put her in a fucking car, and they find this little Cookies backpack that's like this big, and it's got the Cookies brand on it, and he unzips it, he drops on the ground, and a fucking meth rock. And the fucking sergeant guy's like, look at that, woo! And I'm like, damn, that's like a potato. And he's like, that is not a potato. I was like, it's the size of a potato. And we kind of laughed and shit, and he's like, oh, man. And he like walked over and he's like, when did you get here? And I was like, right after these guys got here. And he was like, man, I'm glad you didn't get here before they did. I'm like, yeah, me too. I was like, I was pretty stupid. I really shouldn't have done that.
You need to stop doing that.
I'll never do that. I'll never, ever do that. And I highly recommend everybody never do that. Fucking don't. Like, and I fucking say shit like that. I've been saying that for years. Like, people, you know, guys would be like, my fucking stereo got stolen, or they busted my window, and they this and that, and I'd be doing alarms on people's cars, right? I owned a car stereo shop for a bunch of years. And I'd be like, look, man, what, you know, they're like, I'll let my dog out. I'm like, what if somebody stabs your dog in the face with a screwdriver? Like, you can have my radio 1,000 times before, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, 100% of the time, I'm like, cool, don't hurt my dog. You can have my radio. Go fuck yourself. You know? And even if I have a pistol, you know, what if they want me? Or what if they want my pistol? Or what if they want whatever's inside my house? And now I open my door and some guy's there with a bat or a gun, and he wants to fucking smack you with it, and because they know you're a volatile little bitch, and you'll flip out if somebody starts trying to break into their car and they set off your lame alarm because somebody wants to steal your fucking head unit or your sub box out of the back of the car. Like, any sub box, yeah, they can have it. They can fucking have it. And I've said that for years, but in that moment when some fucking piece of shit is outside my shop, I didn't think as rationally. I was smart to say, all right, well then I'll be on my way then. And they were like, oh fuck, this guy's on his way. There's guys out there. It's for sure going to be a problem. Well, it would have been a way bigger problem for me if I showed up first.
Did you have a gun with you or no?
I did not. No, because I knew there was going to be police there at some point, and I can't legally own a gun, and I don't have any guns at all.
Shit, I don't even go like I don't even make like a Facebook marketplace transaction or any of that shit without my gun on me.
Well, yeah. Well, so I just paid a bunch of money to lawyers a handful of months ago. I'm going to get all my felonies expunged, and I will be able to legally own guns again.
Hell yeah, brother.
Heck yeah. Yeah, just never know who the fuck.
Somebody's wondering, my felonies are from like some fighting shit from when I was like 19 years old. I fucked this guy up real bad. And then as a grown man, I had a weed factory that got raided. And I got in trouble.
Damn. Hey, you'll have that on the big jobs.
Yeah.
Trying to make that
I
money.
love my weed factory. It was beautiful, man. I wish I could fucking do a walkthrough the way I do like an audio system, man. It was like a fucking laboratory. It finished every week. All these beautiful plants. It was fucking super fire ass weed. I was killing it. I wasn't making shitloads of money because I'm a fucking idiot. Not a very good businessman in that way. I learned a lot from doing that, but like annoying people, I just won't fuck with them. So like in the weed industry, that's like 99% of the motherfuckers. So, but I did enjoy that time of my life. But yeah.
Yeah. Man said it's crazy what the world's going to. Bro, he got busted for weed like 900 years ago.
It was 8 years ago.
Who did?
Me.
Oh, damn. That wasn't even that long ago.
No, not super long ago, no.
That was like right before I met you. Wow. Yeah. I think one of the first times I met you, you got sucker punched on the beach at Surf City by Mickey Dial.
What's that?
You got sucker punched on the beach by Mickey Dial at Surf City.
Well, it wasn't really Mickey Dial that sucker punched me. It was his fucking buddy. So Mickey was hammered, and he like came over to me like fucking pick a fight, and I was pretty drunk, and I was like
that gambling guy, Mickey Dial?
What's that?
I don't know if he was a gambling guy. He
was all kinds of shit guy. He was definitely on meth.
He turned into a meth.
I tossed my jacket aside, and I fucking shot a really sloppy double leg on him and wrapped his legs up and fucking dropped him to the ground. And I was just going to crawl up and like mount him or go to knee on belly and control his arms and be like, hey guys, get your boy. Right. And he hits the ground. And this is where I'm stupid. I didn't realize that he might have some fucking homies there that are not sober enough to understand what's happening. You know, they just see him get taken down and me start climbing the mount. And this fucking pussy ass dude wearing a DC Audio hoodie fucking jumps on my back and starts punching me in the side of my fucking head. And he got me like 3 pretty good ones. And I fucking kind of dove my head into the fucking sand and made it so it was kind of hard for him to hit me. And I was still holding on to Mickey. And then everybody's like, whoa, what are you doing? Fuck, man, let him get up. And they like fucking pull us up. And Mickey's like, motherfucker, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, I was being nice to you. And I was like, where'd your buddy go? And they were like, dude, he ran away.
I wonder who it was.
He ran the fuck away.
You never found out who it was, though, huh?
I met him the next day. I don't remember what his fucking name was, but he came over and was like, hey, man, I'm really sorry I got involved in that shit last night. I was like, were you the fucking pussy that jumped on my back and was punching me in the side of my head like a coward and then ran away after I got up?
He's a man. What do you like that?
Well, I was pretty drunk. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm like, I wasn't that drunk, and I know exactly what happened. And a pussy-ass motherfucker wearing a fucking DC shirt looked just like yours punched me in my head like a fucking little bitch. And he was like, and I was getting hot dogs from the fucking hot dog guy that had the bacon wrap hot dogs. And that guy was a fucking cool-ass cucumber, and like, he wanted me to pay for my hot dogs. And he's like, hey, man, those are fucking like $18 or whatever. Yeah. And I just smiled at him, and he was like, and I like paid him, and I'm like, here's $20 or whatever. And he's like, thanks. And then
he's like, take that shit somewhere else.
Yeah, a little bit of like, please don't fucking knock over my hot dogs or something kind of thing. And the guy was like, man, I'm really sorry. And I was like, you're a punk bitch. And I just fucking walked away from him. And then that dude didn't come near me, and fucking Mickey Dial was just scared all day the next day. So, and Will Welcher was so pissed because I was hanging out with Will, and Will was like, hey, I'm getting super annoyed with these drunk motherfuckers. And I'm pretty sure he was exclusively talking about fucking Mickey. And he was like, I want to go get some food. Let's go. And I was like, give me a few minutes and I'll go. And he was like, come on, man. I want to go right now. Come with me. And I should have gone with him. But I was just kind of partying and having fun. And I wasn't ready to go just yet. But I should have gone when my boy wanted to go. And that's where I fucked up. And he was like,
I think that was the same.
Like, I should fucking go down there and throw that motherfucker into the bonfire. And fucking Will could probably pick up Mickey and swing him like a baseball bat. Because Will is like 3'10" at like 6'7". He's a fucking giant fucking football player, dude. And I'm like, oh, like, can we not go to jail? Also, like,
what do you got, Drew?
I was still out like on fucking bail. That was in 2017. And I was still out on bail and wasn't supposed to leave California.
That was the year I was there solo, but Hammy wasn't there. He was in Atlanta at a drift show. We were doing 2 shows.
Oh, yeah,
it was wild. What do you got in your hand there, Drew? What is that?
72-inch dowel rods with some 3D printed brackets to hold filament.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the filament's been stacked up on shelves for like a year, and I need the shelf space, so I'm finally taking care of it.
So I'm going to be redoing the LEDs in the Explorer when all the subs are out. I could kind of access the enclosure, and my buddy Dan's good at all the LED stuff, getting all the directionals the way I want it to go. But is there a place you guys recommend getting the strips from besides
These
Amazon?
are the brightest LED strips I've ever seen.
I just don't have I don't have a lot of time. How long does it take to get them?
And it's not even close how bright these are.
How long does it take to get them?
Yeah, where do you get them?
Glow Industries,
how long
like the battery company. Their main thing has always been LEDs. So these are their own in-house design strips. And
that's the dude that makes those ridiculous videos where he's trying to make other batteries look bad, so he fucking charges them.
The battery. These LEDs, brother, life-changing. Like, I've been messing with LEDs for a while. I turned these on in my bedroom last night and almost went blind. I almost had to call a doctor.
What do you pick? What do you go to on the shop? Expansion packs and add-ons, or build your own underglow?
So these are, I think these are technically their underglow, but I've already messaged them about like, hey, how do I just buy rolls of this?
Yeah,
because like this comes in a waterproof jacket for underglow. So I was like, hey, how do I just buy spools of it? So we'll see what he says. So
when you bought it, you just bought it as a kit or what? How'd you?
No, he sent me some samples. He sent me these and some other stuff and some diffuser stuff because he saw I was messing with LEDs and he was like, nah, man, let me show you some real LEDs. And I was like, okay. And they're bright.
What's his name? Is he on Facebook?
Yeah, Seth.
Seth Lowe.
Seth Lowe. LOWE.
Hey guys, let's go ahead and everybody on Facebook make the move over to YouTube for us. And in about a minute or so, we're going to shut down the Facebook feed. Good looking out there, Mark. Oh, yeah. Looks like a lot of people already make the move at the start. Jason Blackboom, bring that ass. Alonzo, head over to YouTube.
I just shot him a message, see if he hits me up.
Santos, bring them cheeks over to. But we should talk a little bit about Burning Man because that shit was fucking awesome.
Yeah, did you stay till Saturday? I was going to ask you.
No, we left Saturday morning. So we didn't stay for the man to burn because I was like, look, once the man burns, the traffic is gnarly until Tuesday. And I was like, I don't need to see the fucking man burn. It's a big stick thing and it's on fire. And that's all cool. You know what I mean? Like some of that means a whole lot for some of the people and it doesn't much for me. And it wasn't super. And if Allie would have been important for her, I would have stayed. But she didn't give a fuck. She was like, yeah, if we leave. And so we just woke up on Saturday morning and we put all our shit away. It only took us like an hour and a half to be like fucking ready to go home. And on our way home, we stopped at a pressure wash car wash place that used like white vinegar in the wash, and that helps get rid of the alkaline dust. Van's nice and clean. We cleaned our bikes. We cleaned my buddy Mikey's trailer that we borrowed, and we headed on home. We got home. It took us like 4 hours to get home. We were good. No traffic. And that was taking our sweet ass time. And we got home Saturday afternoon. We did a little bit of work cleaning up some of the shit, and then so
I'm definitely down to go next year.
It was a really good time. And there was actually a Gately build out there. Strangely enough, I don't know if you remember, little over a year ago, I built this bike trailer. I used 8 of the 8-inch sundown horns, or sundown, like coaxials with big horns in the middle, and an SA-12 in a ported box in a downfire configuration in this thing, and a little sundown 4-channel, and a 100 amp hour little lithium battery with a battery management system built into it. And the fucking thing sounded badass. It was a little bike trailer that you tow behind a electric bike.
Nice.
And I think it was Thursday mid-morning, and Allie and I are just riding across the playa, and this dude goes fucking zipping by, and his music's fucking jamming, and it's a bike trailer with music, and it's going by, and it had like a big like black like sock thing on it, so I couldn't see that it was, and I was like, that sounds fucking good. And Allie's like, it does. And then as it went by, I could kind of see the shape, and I could see that the shape resembled what I had built for my friend Randall. And I was like, man, that really looks like it could be the box we did for Randall. And Allie's like, that's a little too small. It's not like, and I was like, yeah, you're probably right. And I was like kind of looking as he's riding away, and he's pretty far now because he was on an electric bike and he was hustling. I probably could have got him, but I would have been pedaling my ass off for a minute, going the wrong ass way of where I was going. And but I should have just turned and fucking just checked it out, because it was my friend and he had that fucking thing jamming, and it was really cool. And then this morning when we got here, he sent pictures. He was like, the trailer was awesome at Burning Man. And he sent a picture, and it was that. And I was like, God damn it, I saw you. I should have chased you down. I was like, fuck. But yeah, it was pretty fucking cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
There it is. But next year, I'm fucking bringing something. Like, if we don't build something specific that's like kind of for it, that'll also be super entertaining at the car audio events. Yeah. Like, whatever the fuck it is, it'll be awesome at a car audio event as well.
If you built something specifically for it, and you made it like have a filtration system where your amp is in its own little filtrated box.
Yep.
And
oh yeah, with heat exchangers and fucking mineral oil cooled amps and shit. And like me and John Nolte have been talking about it and how to make it so that they attach to the 80-20 slots on my amp, and that's where all the FETs are. That's where all the fucking heat transfer goes, is right at the sides. So if we have mineral, filled water jackets attached to the sides of the fucking amp, we could really be onto something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so when you start planning for next year, just let me know, and then I'll do the same.
Well, I'm afraid that it may end up landing on the same weekend as Serve, which makes it like, fuck. Or like, and maybe there's a version of it where we go, all right, we leave Surf and we go straight to Burning Man, or there's a version of it where we leave Burning Man a little early and go straight to Surf. But that would be way harder. I really hope it's, you know what I mean?
Well,
I hope there's that 1 week gap.
August 24th to September 1st. So it starts the day Surf ends.
I think that works, because then we could show up at Burning Man on like Wednesday, and then we would on purpose stay until Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but do you really get stuck out there for like 2 days to get the fuck out? That would
No. That was just okay. That was only last year. In the like fucking 30 some odd years of it, it fucking rained like a motherfucker the fucking last day when everybody wanted to leave. And then like my friends that were there last year, they were like, Dude, it was like a dozen cars that got stuck. And it was like they did exactly what everybody said, don't do that. You know? And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, there's fucking 70,000 people out here. There's 30,000 cars. If 12 idiots get stuck in the mud, we did pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, you got a good point. Like, you know, there was like a dude in a badass Dodge Rebel or whatever the fuck they call them, the kind of pimped out Dodge truck that like had a video and was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get out. And he like fucking locked his hubs and fucking dug in and just pinned it. And he fucking didn't get stuck and he choosed his way out of there with fucking 7 pounds of air in his tires or some wild shit.
He's like, I'll see you fellas later. I'm out.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going. Like left his trailer and shit. He's like, I'll come back in a few days and get it. I gotta get the fuck out of here. But a bunch of other people were fucking dumb as shit. And they tried to like cut across the center of the playa, and it's like literally water. It's like standing. It's like a giant fucking 4,000 foot puddle, and they're like, oh yeah, and the dirt that it is like powdery fucking dust. That and they're like, I'm gonna drive across that in my fucking 2-wheel drive little minivan with a trailer behind it, and they're like stuck, and then it's like sick. We'll see you in a week, So, yeah. And then. And like it was crazy, this year, the little bit of rain that happened the day that it opened, it was the day before it opened. It was when the people, for 2 days before it really starts, people could bring in their art pieces and all kinds of shit like that. And there's obviously for like 3 or 4 weeks before that, big giant art pieces are getting put together. But I mean, they're like actively building shit up until the end of the event too. Some of the art pieces, right? But it rained pretty good, but that was like, it made it not dusty for 2 days.
Yeah.
And so it didn't hurt anything. And then there was a dusty day, but it was insignificant. It was like nothing like what I experienced when I was there 20 years ago. And like there's this video online, they're like, oh, dust storm at Burning Man. And they get like this little dusty area and there's nobody around where they were filming, and they show it, it's like a little bit dusty. And it was like, they really want to try super hard to make it look like this horrible thing. And then they're like, man, a woman dies on the first day. Okay, the woman that died on the first day of Burning Man was like morbidly obese and diabetic and 60 years old.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The day that Burning Man opened, a woman was found unresponsive. But it was like an elderly, super overweight, diabetic lady. Like, I mean, she would have died at Walmart probably. Like, and I feel bad that a woman passed away, and that sucks. But it wasn't like a fucking, some healthy 30-year-old fucking died of heat, fucking exhaustion, or like OD'd, or got fucked to death in the fucking orgy dome or something. You know what I mean? Like,
there's an orgy dome.
There is. I didn't go near that. There was people on their way to that.
There is.
Yeah, not participating in orgies. I'm good.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool. Can you just go watch, or you have to participate?
No, you don't get to watch. There's like stands. They're like, all right on. Good finish. Good finish. Yeah. Come on, he's going for it. Go for it, bro. Yeah. Dude in the baseball cap. Hit it, dude. Get it. Yeah. Woo.
You know what's funny? So there are swinger clubs here in Vegas. And so one of the guys I work with goes to them frequently enough.
You got it all?
And he was telling us this story. He's like, I don't care. I'll fuck in front of anybody. So he was like, there's this chick. She was into me. I was in there. And there's just like this big open space in one of the clubs. And
I know, but you made the work on it.
There's a big crowd around us. And I'm just going at it. And we're going at it. And he's like, afterwards,
that'd be easy.
Had a couple of dudes come up to me at the bar like, oh, good job, dude. That was fucking awesome.
The green door.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Fuck, I'm good.
But there's like higher end ones that are like it like really big houses in neighborhoods you would never think of. It's pretty crazy. Well, it's Vegas, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, what other kind of like areas are there at Burning Man?
I mean, all the art shit was like the big thing, and then and like there's all these art things, and then at night some of the art pieces are almost completely different because they're all fucking lit up now with shitloads of badass LEDs.
Does anybody bring out like big ass inflatable pools or any shit like that?
There's like inflated stuff, like big fucking giant like pegacorn, fucking 25 feet tall unicorn with wings. Fucking thing out there. And there's another one that had a slide in it, also a unicorn with wings. There was probably like 6 different unicorns with wings out there. I'm not exactly sure why, but I am.
There were more than 6 unicorns out there, bud.
I guess getting water out there would probably.
There were more than 6 unicorns out there.
But and then the fucking the mobile sound system art cars is like we're like riding a bike and we're next to this fucking sound system and it's just fucking jamming. And it's like, it's a big rig with just massive amount of shit. It was fucking sick. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was telling my friend Jason, I was like, they aren't quite loud enough. And he's like, no. And I'm like, no, I feel like they got a lot more in them, but maybe just nobody's really been like, nah, it's gotta be super fucking loud. Right. And like the guys with the, do you guys remember what the name of that thing was that I was showing you guys last week when we were there? It starts with an E. It's like
The Exorcist.
Eden. It was named Eden. That was what that thing was named is. That thing that I was looking at. And, you know, and they're talking about it and they were like, oh, the engineers at FXT or FTX or whatever the fuck it was audio. And they were like, this is plenty. And I'm like, plenty? I'm like, you got a lot more room in this thing in my head. I'm thinking it, right? And I'm like, man, I'm fucking really, and it's loud. It's loud and it fucking sounds fantastic. And it shits on stunt walls. But like, imagine if you had a fucking stunt wall, but it was also a fucking 160 plus bass rig that didn't rattle at all at the same time, right? Like you had a subsystem that chambered and it was just fucking bang. So like what I imagine is I'd love to build something of that magnitude, except for it has maybe a horn-loaded 4th order enclosure that the horn-loaded throat is, you know, 6.5, 7 feet tall and hopefully, you know, 20 or 25 inches wide. So maybe there's just a shitload of 12s in there, 24 or 18 or something like that. And it's got, you know, 40,000 watts on it or something. And like you stand at that fucking port opening and you're in the subwoofer and it's, you know, doing wild hair tricks and pulling people's clothes off and blowing fucking chicks' bikinis off and shit. I mean, like it'd be sick as fuck and it'd be jamming and it would be a lot of fun. And people like, and imagine you turn this thing on, right?
Imagine you play good music.
You're going to have to get a fucking 16-foot dual axle trailer and build one.
Seems pretty straightforward, right? You know, imagine you kick this thing on and it's a little bit like one of those fucking big rig things in Brazil where it turns on and the first sounds come out of it. People get like, oh shit. They get a little startled by it, and then the first bass note hits, and it's like boom, and it scares the fuck out of them.
And they're like, nope.
And they fucking turn around and they're running away from it. Oh shit! And then it starts playing music, and the fucking crowds of people that are, you know, 1,500, 2,500 feet away that hear this thing fucking light off, turn towards it, and they all start pedaling their bikes and fucking jogging towards it. And all of a sudden, there's a crowd of 20,000 people fucking mobbing towards this motherfucker. And all those people that were running away stop, and they hear it start playing music, and like, okay, maybe it's not so bad. And then everybody goes back, and then bam, you have 15,000 fucking people going fucking wild. Where most of those vehicles would have, you know, 400, 600, 800 people fucking around them, which is fucking pretty awesome. But if they were way fucking louder, and they were like, I'm right here, then you have something that nobody's ever seen out there before.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
I'll fly out during the summer and help build that shit.
Yeah, we'll fucking be building that shit. Yeah, that's my plan. Maybe awesome. Maybe I get Jim to like ship the Raiden and we're like, oh, we tow it with the Raiden. Fucking thing's got fucking lights like a motherfucker. He'd be like, yeah, here we are. Fucking art truck. Let's go. And it's just fucking chooching. The fuck trucks bang. They're connected to the same audio system. Just fucking slamming coming through there.
Oh my god,
that'd be nasty.
It would be so fucking fun.
Are you allowed to have dirt bikes, or has to be electric?
No. Yeah, you can't go fast. You're supposed to go 5 miles an hour. Now, mind you, there was definitely some people hustling across that fucking ply at 20 plus, but for the most part, you're supposed to stay 5 miles an hour.
Okay.
Cool. How big is the playa?
I mean the whole desert area. They have like a fence line that goes around the whole thing. And I don't know how big that is, but me and Allie were riding 10 to 15 miles a day on our bicycles, just kind of ziggy-zagging through the whole fucking thing.
Damn.
Is it just a dry lake bed, or what is it?
Yes, pretty much. It's the Black Rock Desert, so
yeah, it's all flat.
It's all flat.
That's dope.
The world, the Earth's flat, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. The Earth is flat for sure.
Could be.
No, it's not.
I don't fucking know anymore.
It's a ball.
I'm starting to not believe it anymore.
Wow.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
It's a localized sun, guys. It's inside the glass dome, right?
Yeah, it's a big glass dome.
Yeah, with a big ice wall all the way around us that we're not allowed to go to.
The good old ice wall.
Oh man, shit's crazy. It's kind of crazy though. Like all you gotta do.
Okay, we're booting everybody from Facebook right now. So everybody on Facebook, go to YouTube right now. Casey just jumped in. Bring your ass and look like Steven Dunn. You kids, take your ass over to YouTube right now. Removing Facebook. Remove.
Brandon Shanowski.
Max, I gave you a whole like bedroom in here now.
So I got my new cone showing up tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Fancy cones.
Yeah, let me go grab that stuff real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, and now we cooking.
What are you doing over there?
Hanging up filament rack. Probably a little while.
Fancy.
All right. I ain't got no secrets. I don't know if this is a secret, but anybody that wants to
it's about to not be a secret.
They're paper cones. This is what you're supposed to use, I guess.
All right. Cool.
So yeah, this I guess is so a 1 quart system was enough to do all 10 cones I need to do. So see how it goes. Hopefully keep them together.
Damn, no, my man Byron living the life right this second.
Yes. Yes. He's just chilling.
I'm also putting about 20 pounds of polyfill in there. We'll see if that does anything.
Okay, that should help. That should smooth things out a little bit. Speaking of Byron, me and Colt Dunkley, Colt 45, and Byron will be at Ruckus with the Soulgasm. And we're making some pretty significant upgrades to a few things in the Soulgasm right now. We were doing some real fucking damage to all the builds at Surf. A lot of ripped roof shit going on. Soulgasm and the Gilly and the Banging on Wheels, all with severely ripped roofs now. So we're reinforcing the shit out of both the Gilly and the Soulgasm, and Banging on Wheels is gonna have to wait until he brings that thing back again in the spring. Yeah, we're sturdying up some stuff. We might even have a double windshield on the Soulgasm as well. So that's a lot of fun. Yep.
Double windshield?
Double windshield, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Very cool.
Yeah, Surf was rough on the vehicles this year. I don't know what it was, but everybody was great.
Brett, yeah, you broke some shit, and Ben broke some shit. And Brett kind of almost like on purpose broke his shit a little bit like, that's 100% your fault, buddy. Like,
well, I don't understand. Like, okay, so I don't know enough about the skid cells versus the yin long versus what he replaced or whatever. I know he had way more capacity before, but I don't know.
His truck like turned off and he like left it playing until the battery was dead.
I don't know.
When the truck stayed running, it worked fine.
So we got a show this weekend.
I think his alternators took a shit, is what it was. It was still running, but his alternators weren't working because they were like 7,000 degrees. So I remember we put a clamp on it, and one was doing like 50 amps. So, yeah. I mean, my voltage is definitely better than it was. I don't really know if that battery's 100K, maybe burst, but I don't know.
Yep.
We'll see.
So we're going to be in Canada this weekend, bud.
Yeah, what's up with Basswarz?
How are you doing that? What, are you flying up there or what?
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
up there?
Yeah, we're going to the Basswarz show.
Just cause?
Well, it's Jay Jones' show, and that's a good friend of ours. So we're gonna fly up there, go hang out, take the kids to do a little family vacation.
Nice. What part of Canada is it? It's on the East Coast? West?
Yeah, it's like going to Toronto, so by the falls.
Okay. That's dope. I've never been to Canada.
So we're tearing all the alts out of the Soulgasm and shipping them all to McMahon and fancy them good gigglies all up, put them back in, and hopefully it's doing even better on voltage. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're leaving Friday night late, coming back Monday night because we don't want the kids to miss too much school.
Yeah, I got to get mine back together. We got a show on the 14th and 15th. It's like 10 days, 12 days.
Come on, this month? Yeah, you got some work to do, son.
I know. I mean,
your build's pretty serviceable for the most part. I mean, be a motherfucker to swap some amps and shit, but you could do it. But the subs are super reasonable.
Yeah, I already pulled all the subs. I got the loading wall out. I've got the strips of the loading wall cut. I just have to cut them to length and then shape them because I'm going to add to the loading wall to try to increase the back pressure on the cones. And then I'm hoping with the polyfills will help kind of smooth out that because the sealed side of my enclosure has got a lot of – it's not square, obviously. There's wheel wells and it drops in the front. There's probably a lot of weird shit going on inside there wave-wise. So I'm hoping the polyfill gets rid of that. And then I'm going to match – what they want me to do is basically get the signal out of the JL to like 4 to 5, maybe 6 volts max.
4.
And then match all the sub amps after I do that. So get them out of comp mode. Because right now I have them in comp mode, and Jeremy really thinks that they're getting maybe a little too much voltage from the DSP at times. And,
4. Because 4 is the limit.
What?
4 is the limit.
4?
Yep.
When it's in comp mode, you're saying?
Oh, you have it on the speaker outputs, huh? You can measure it.
You're talking about the baseline. Oh, from the DSP.
Yeah, well, no, well, I remember you have it on the speaker output side.
Okay.
So no, it can be more than 4, but you can measure it. I mean, just like you measure an RCA.
So should I, doing this, play like 40 hertz, -5, whatever, unplug the bass amps and just measure the signal coming out of the RCA? Do you think they're going to be the same out of each channel, or do you think I'm going to have to mess them with it a little bit inside?
No, I mean, I haven't measured the wagon, but I mean, ours seem to be pretty even across all 6. And they're all in comp mode.
Do you think it would even matter if I matched them coming out of the DSP if I just matched the amps? Would it even matter? I mean,
so you can do that. Like, so you can.
Like, do I need to match both, or should I just match the amps?
No, you would worry about the output of the amps. So, I mean, so you would need more DSP channels, but you could do a sub per channel like I'm doing in the Tahoe, and then you can just match all the outputs with the DSP.
Yeah, that would take a lot more tinkering than I'm going to do right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you measured like clean output on those amps, like voltage VAC?
Out of MVI?
No, out of the Warhorses.
Oh, I mean, it's a big number. Probably loaded. I mean, it was 5,500 watts at 15 something volts. So I have a video and pictures of it somewhere, I'm sure.
Bobby, you got math in your head? Are you doing it?
No, I'm sorry. I'm fucking getting messages from people overseas about little parts and machined pieces.
Yeah. So I'll just go through each amp and I'll find the lowest clean output and I'll just match them.
I don't expect them to be more than a volt or two off at most. And I think that would be a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you're running yours in comp mode, right?
Yep.
So do you think if I were to just get my voltage out of the DSP to 4 volts at max volume and just keep it in comp mode, I'd be fine? Or do you think I'm better off just gain matching them all?
I mean, I don't think,
because they really think I'm driving them a little too hard and giving them too much power. Well,
I mean, you're not melting coils, are you?
No, but I'm folding all these cones. I mean,
yeah,
literally every cone.
Which is weird that they were talking about putting more pressure on the cones. I mean, I guess if there's no cone control, possibility. But
the thought behind it is because my sealed side is so small and I have so much power that there's just a lot of pressure on the one side of the cone. Where if I were to add pressure to the backside, it would help equalize it.
So I'm looking up I'm in the shop, so I'm on the computer where I did all the measurements of the Warhorse. I'm looking up on power mate.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 1% tolerance, you're talking about 55 watts at full tilt. So, like at that point, that's nothing. I wouldn't think. You know, if you're doing 3K per sub just throughout your music run average, you're talking about a 30-watt difference from sub to sub. I don't think that's enough to matter.
No. All right, let's see. I'll just share this actual video. We're gonna watch it together. I didn't get any bigger. Oh, okay. So we're 76 volts. 76 volts.
76 volts out.
Yeah. Before it the refresh rate on some of these devices isn't super fast, so yep. 76 looks so I mean it's in the low 70s, mid 70s.
Okay.
Looking pretty clippy.
Oh no, it can get clippy.
Yeah.
I have a video somewhere.
That waveform is a little
I have a video.
Remember when we were looking at the fucking wave and we were like, this is what 1% looks like, and 1% will look like. Remember that when you did that, Drew? I was God damn, 1% looks like shit. If you would have said, guess what this is, I would have guessed 10 to 15%. And 1% was like, and it was like, golly. Yeah.
I'm gonna show you like 25%. Try to find the video.
25 fucking looks like just fucking PCM, pulse control.
I found it. So what happens is, so this is why like people who use the amp dyno for measurements and then use it with a clamp meter set to peak hold. This is one of the reasons why their amperage measurements are often all the time wrong. So you'll see the AM-M1 stop recording, but the track isn't over yet. There's still another 2 seconds of track, so the output is still increasing, even though we've reached the peak of clean power, right?
Yeah.
So the amperage on the left will keep increasing. So it makes the efficiency look awful. But, all right, so we've reached the peak of clean power, like right here in this area. But watch the meter on the left. I mean, we're going to like 7,000 watts and like 750, 760 amps of current draw. But the AM-M1 stopped recording power 2,000 watts ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. 27%.
So that's what like 20-something% distortion looks like on the scope. There you go.
Can you get closer to 1 and see what that looks like again?
Yeah, I probably have a video of it stopping somewhere at 1.
Oh, right there. That was at 1.7, right where you just were. Right there. That's 1.5. That's fucking crazy. That's 16, 12. There you go. 0.6.
Yeah, that's like 1% right there. Where are we at?
Yeah, there it is. That's like what's up?
1.5.
Yeah, it's slow. So, like I said, the meter, the refresh rate of some of these is kind of like the scope and the algorithm on the left are a little out of whack because the algorithm on the left, it has to do math, while the scope is just showing you instant output.
I see.
So the meter on the left is a little behind. That's why like it takes a second, and then it's like there it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is probably. That's probably 5% or 1%. Like that, it's in that area. And it looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so the amps can make an absolute ton of power, as you can see by the track that kept running to 7,000 watts of output. Oops.
Amps all.
Get the bad boy up there? I can't reach that now. Oh, the back one? It's in the bag. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if power is the problem. But I don't know.
I don't know either. I think if I use this stuff and get the cones stronger and do all the things I'm going to do, I think it's going to solve the problem.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe you just don't go quite so ham on it.
Yeah, I need to like break the subs into. One thing I do want to do, okay, on this, not on this before this next show, but once I pull everything out to put the Warhorse mid amps in, I'm going to do a few different things. I'm going to do a remote switch for each amp so that when I do throw a new sub in there, if it's reconed, I could literally turn only one amp on and just have it be in a huge box playing 15 hertz breaking in. So I need to do that, but I'm not going to do that until I take everything out.
I think we need to make that port we talked about and run it on 8 as well at some point. You'll fucking blow polyfill into fucking orbit.
Yeah, I talked to Jeremy about that a little bit too, and he said that if the sealed side or the whatever side you want to call it in the bottom chamber, if it's big enough to port, he's not opposed to it.
It's like 2 cubes. Nah, man,
it's pretty small. I mean, with 8 subs, it's like 2 1/4.
That's plenty.
So we'll see.
Well, they're a little more cone area than a normal 15, so I got to factor that in.
Yeah, I mean, we got Duncans in like 2 1/2, 2 3/4, maybe.
Yeah, if I went down to 6 subs, I could do it'd be 3 cubes each ish.
You could do 7.
I could do 7, but I don't know what the configuration would. Well, I guess it'd be 6 and 1 in the middle, 2 ports.
I just need to take some. I need to take a couple of days and come out there and play with it to see what exactly is occurring. Because like you just got to take time and just play it without like being at a show. That way you can learn what the system's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with its bandwidth and how loud it is. I just need it to stay together.
Well, maybe just run it on 6 amps or even just 3.
Well, I mean, he's in the exact same position as Steven was in like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just the same thing. It's an extreme vehicle. You don't drive it, you don't learn it, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and if you think about like we've talked about,
that's what we're doing with the fucking guillotine right now. Is
like the weakest part of the build right now is probably honestly the cones. Like all the pressure in that vehicle, what's the weakest thing in there?
I'm not sure it's pressure more than it is just. I mean, my question: how much of the stuff's moving when you're playing it? Like, if they're like stroking, then you might just be breaking them because of movement, not because of pressure.
I mean, they are moving, but I don't know. There's other people that are running just as much power on them, moving them a lot. So I mean, I don't think mine are moving a whole lot more than. Well, they probably are moving more than yours because they're in a sealed box. But
I mean, but the sealed box causes a
more
air
extension.
spring. No, other way. So it's a control. It controls everything more. It acts as an air spring to like push against it to stop it from moving as much. Which is why, like if you have a large seal chamber like my Tahoe was, and you shrink the seal chamber, you can gain low end extension because you're increasing cone control.
But doesn't it move more the smaller you make the box?
Nope. It becomes less efficient. It becomes less efficient technically because it takes more power to move it because the air spring is stiffer because it's smaller.
That's why like those fucking burp extreme vehicles have those tiny chambers that barely fit the fucking motor.
Like Clippo ended up with a 12 in like 0.7 or something, or 0.65. All the loud vans end up with 15, like 1.3, 1.25. Like it ends up small.
I think Clippo said he was in like the 0.3s, like 0.35.
Maybe even, yeah. But like, all the loud fourth orders we've messed with that, been too loud, they're 1.3 a sub for 15, 1.25. My Tahoe is at 1.75. I'm going to shrink it down to 1.5 probably.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about turning it to the 6, but then I don't know.
Play with it just to see what it does.
Huh?
Just to play with it, just to see what it does.
Yeah.
But I would say get the fourth working proper, and then it's just like a little fun time thing, and you're fucking with it again. Or if you take out a woofer and you're all, oh, well, fuck it, let's put the port on and see what happens.
Yeah, that, and if I end up just not getting it to do what I want, I got a Sawzall to cut the fucker out. And then just do 618s in a fourth order. Or 6.
There we go. I think that's what we're going to switch the wagon up to is when the 18s come out, we're going to do 2 18s in it, or 118.
Yeah, I thought about all kinds of different things I could have went with the Explorer. I could have done basically what Clippo did. I could have done 1612s. All kinds of shit I could have done. But.
Oh, my God. How's your back?
Yeah, just throwing it out.
Back blown out.
Oh my God. Well, shit, gentlemen. I want to go home and get some dinner and get my ass to bed. I'm tired as fuck. I got a ton of shit to do.
Right.
So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but I don't know where Steve's at. Steve went to go take a dump.
I live here, so it kind of is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I'm gonna hang out in here for a little bit for sure. We're leaving Friday to go to Canada. Trying to get a little bit of stuff done for them.
Yeah.
Finish up, that started on the box for Brody today. Get that
Very
done
cool.
up. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Steve, while you were grabbing a beer there, I said I was going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to go home and have dinner and get my ass to bed. And I fucking appreciate you guys. I'm heading up to Sky High tomorrow to drop off a bunch of boxes, pick up a bunch of subs and amps and all the stuffs for the next few projects. And yeah, that's what's up. So, all right, kids, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. You guys all fix your engine noise and be nice to people and start making plans for Burning Man and Surf City and the Seaport Showdown and the Showdown and all of the things. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll start. Anybody who's watching that wants to be a vendor sponsor, hit me up. Everybody else that was already, I'll be getting packets out to you guys.
Yeah,
shortly.
Cool.
And yeah, should be good.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye, Bobby. Yeah,
we're gonna stay live, I guess.
Yeah, I'll hang for another minute or two, finish my beer, and then I'm out.
Yeah, max, bro.
Why not? I'll have another.
Yeah, I'll have another too. Hell, I think this might be mine right here, actually. Probably.
Mm.
You know, I made Max his own bedroom in here. Like, it's huge, and he doesn't want to lay in it now.
Well, right now it's kind of blocked off.
A little bit. Well, I was going to measure something with Max anyway, so let's go ahead and turn that on.
Do you think I should like mount the sub standard that can be mounted standard and then convert the ones that have to be inverted? Or do you think it's just better off leaving them all the same?
I mean, I think it'd be worth at least trying. Oh, that's his internet, not mine. I was like, man, why is my internet doing that? That ain't mine.
It's mine.
Oh,
1, 2, 3. 4.
Hey, you're back, kind of, sort of.
I think I could either get 5 or 7 of the sub standard. It's one or the other.
I mean,
5
I would do it just see how it reacts.
Yeah.
Damn.
Am I stuck, robot?
Hey, I mean, you're kind of there. Even your audio's cutting out this time.
Goddamn. All right, fuck it. I'll take that as a sign.
All right, dude.
Peace. I'll see you guys next week.
Well, I guess we're gonna bring this chat over here. Wait for this to load. Not enough USB controller resources. Oof. That's not good. That means I got too many USB in.
Disconnect one for sure.
I just did.
Probably the same one I was going to disconnect.
Let's try that. Might have froze it.
Yep.
Well, Max is definitely not happy about something. Get good, scrub? No. I will not get good. There it is. All right. All right. Now we're looking at tune now, baby. So we're going to do an impedance measurement of some RCAs that Patrick made. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see if he's good or not.
Terrible. Hey, where's the book? I'll just grab.
Make me a little bigger. There we go. All right. The first thing you got to do when you're measuring impedance is you got to calibrate it just to be sure. So somewhere up here, I have a voice coil for a tweeter. I don't know where it went. I mean, I just brought it back in
I
here.
thought I saw it.
I know.
Where did I see that?
Mhm.
It's right in front of you. Look, down.
Aha! It is right in front of my eyes. So we got. Actually, I wish this camera worked. Hey, can you unplug that other one? I'm gonna plug this one back in, so that people can see what I'm doing. All right, let's see if that works.
Not enough USB resources.
That's working. All right. We're gonna jump up. We're gonna bring this up. Let's see what I'm doing. So I got TRS quarter inch jack. Plug that in. First thing we got to do, grab a fluke. Got to grab something accurate. I should probably get a Klein out.
Here we go.
Here we go. And you measure a known value. So get close as you can. That's all to work. 3.8. 3.8. Almost like I knew what it was going to be. If I use this one all the time. So then you grab these here Johnnies. Actually, we're going to do a 4-wire impedance measurement. We're going to get fancy.
Wait, what?
We're going to do a 4-wire measurement.
And they are kids.
One.
Okay.
I'll explain. Alex. Got to get this stuff out first. I was not prepared, apparently. Okay, so we got a clamp, we got this, some probes. All right. It's been a while since I've done a 4-wire. Might take a second. Those don't go into that. Got it. But these do. You take this, plug that in. Same thing. Boom. There you go. And then you go to here, and you hit play. And there's the impedance all the way to the bottom. Let's see what it thinks it is currently. 5.23 ohm. Not quite accurate, so we'll calibrate that a little bit. 4.7. 4.2. 3.82. I know it was like dancing between 3.8, 3.9. So let's split the middle. 3.84. Okay. Let's stop the signal. And we go to here. We're going to do line level in with this transfer engine. Transfer function engine. We're going to compare voltage in, current. That sounds right. Might not be. Sounds right. I'm Mac certified, going to my 4th Mac certification. I should know this.
You should know.
I should know this. I think I do know this.
Nothing.
Yeah, so we're having Mac certification. So Blake and them made a video, said someone commented, that's because you don't have a fluke. You're lying about the results.
Damn.
No, someone told them that. DD. DD has an AP, my guy. You know what? I wonder if there's any resistance added by my little box.
I'm sure there's going to be a connection.
I mean, the one I made to distribute signal. I mean, I'm sure it's going to add something, right? So let's see. We can measure it right now. Right now. Oop. Hold on around. We need that.
Do I look like a kid to you?
Oh, nibbly bibbly. So I made a box. Oh, that camera's frozen. Y'all ain't been seeing nothing. How come y'all ain't tell me? Rude. Let me see if I can add it back. All right, we're not. Y'all ain't watching that one then. All right, we got this. Got a box. Distributes signal, I suppose is the best way to put it. Splits it up so it can be measured by multiple devices at once. Let's see if it adds any impedance. Or how much, I suppose is the proper term. Because it's going to add something, right? Got it. My soldering skills are not that good.
Definitely honed by them today.
You did what?
Honed my soldering skills.
All right, so now we're hooked up to the same thing, just through the box.
Okay.
0.15 resistance. That ain't bad. So all we got to do is just calibrate for that.
Blake, if you're still watching, I got a Blue oscilloscope sitting on my bench at the house. I'll let you use.
But it ain't here, is it?
Hey.
Yeah, effectively what it kind of is a version of a cock box.
Yep.
This is a distribution thing. Because when you're trying to measure stuff, you often want to measure with multiple devices, like in those videos I showed earlier. And it becomes a pain in the butt whenever you are trying to do that with like a bunch of like alligator clamps. Okay, I think this is gonna work, right?
Guess we finna find out.
It did. Praise Jesus. So what we're doing is we're gonna calibrate. Oh, look at that. The impedance shifted. So since we're not trying to get super accurate, within reason, like we're trying to see some accuracy for sure, but this isn't anything official. We're just trying to get close to the reference point and then go from there. There you go. If Matt was in here, he'd be like, bro, what are you doing? You can't come back. Oh, no. Wrong way. All right. That's close enough. So how Max works is it uses, let me see if I get this camera working. It'd be a lot easier if you could see what I was touching. You should go tell him. Tell him right now to come watch. All right, apparently we're just not watching that camera. That's fine. You know what the problem is? Hold on. I know what the problem is. That camera is a source in other feeds. So you got to go delete it as a source. Then we can add it. Or not. Got it. All right, I'm going to try one more time. After this, y'all are going to deal with not seeing it, I guess. I'm going to tell you. Y'all just ain't going to see it tonight. Let's see what. So Max uses the 1/4-inch TRS connection to send signal out, and then it measures it with that same cable. It's how DATs work. It's how most impedance measurement devices and such work, right? What we're doing is called a 4-wire measurement. So we're going to be measuring with the analog reference input. That's what we're measuring with. Sending the signal with the TRS connection. That way there's no interference, I guess is the best way to put it. So, sir, RCA, please.
You may have.
Now I find a way to connect to it. Hold on one second. That doesn't involve cutting it.
No,
I said, hold on.
that's an all-day affair.
I know. I have.
Hell, I took the first set 3 times.
You did that to yourself.
Story of my life.
All right. We're going to double, but add another set of leads to this. So we're going to do calibration one quick little time, but it will be much faster because I'm not going to explain it again. So we just need to know what our starting point is, basically. And y'all feel free to leave. You don't have to watch us do this. We're going to do this anyway. You ain't watching nothing really anyway. There's only 22 of you left. Dang it.
How many were on there?
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of boring shit.
Yeah. Sometimes.
All right. This should be basically nothing. You know what I'm looking for? The damn coil.
Oh, damn.
There it is. Found it. Oh, shit. Shit fire. I like data. Blake and Dane. I'm a sucker for measurements.
One day I'll learn the max.
Hey, it ain't too bad. You get it.
I'm sure. Let's have to play around with it long enough. But
I mean, that's how I did. That's why I had a VXI in my office for so long.
if I started messing around with that thing, it'd probably launch itself into orbit.
I mean, I literally did launch one into orbit, so there's that. Bruh.
Bro, him, you got it over there?
Not really.
Do you need some assistance? Do you need me out there?
No, I got it. I need to be able to hit like 6 skis at once. All right, let's not average. Let's all right. We're dialed in, I think. So theoretically, so you know how every time you put leads together, there's always some resistance.
You hold them together?
Yeah. .07 ohm. That's the resistance of these. 0.07.
Watch this thing just poo all over the bed.
And 0.13, the point like 0.06, 0.07.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Bad at all.
Let's compare it to
Here, I can get you one of those down for sale.
You gotta give me one of those. Let's get a $250 set of RCAs.
Oh Lord. Yeah, but the length's gonna make a difference in the resistance.
Let's see. 0.07. Boy, that's pretty good.
Not bad.
Is it? I don't know. Let's fuck around. Find out. Damn!
What is
1 ohm.
Okay.
Is this 17 foot?
Yeah.
It's long. I should have some short RCA out there. So actually, grab me a short RCA to plug in real quick, like one of the Stinger ones, like little blue ones that are in that bucket that I use to test stuff. So far, 0.06. Oh yeah, and those are the Stinger 9000s. I mean, I assume one of them is fine, or there might be a reason they don't make them no more. That might be it. Oh, that'll work. It's a different brand. Let's see what it is.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's not like this brand doesn't make their own stuff. They just buy it labeled, so kind of don't matter. 0.2. So your RCA was less resistive than that one.
And that one's probably half the length.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Damn. Not bad. So yeah, grab the one of the blue ones out that box out there. So what's that? No, is that white one? Yeah. No, not that. The other one.
Hold up.
Oh. All right, we're back. Very mindful, very cutesy,
Chelsea's watching. She'll love that.
very demure. All right, now we got a Stinger, about 1.5 feet. And Stinger's with you, bud.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. About the same length. So the other one we just tested. So actually no, because this is super short. Yours is still winning. Damn. That means your base is extra fast, big dog.
That's right.
All right, so that was a Stinger, like 4000 series, the blue one. I guess the X series, whatever they want to call it now. Now we got Kicker. They're nice stuff. 0.3, and this is a 3 foot. 0.2. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Shit, ain't bad. So it's about the same length as yours. There's also 2-channel RCA, but I don't think that matters.
Is it? That's not a. Oh yeah, that's a foot and a half. Yep.
Let's try
The other channel. See if that's good.
no the ground. Ground. That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna try the other channel. Yep. Kicker ain't bad. So 0.3, and it's about the same length. Don't rehash fast base.
No, what did Blake say?
Patrick,
I can't see that.
left, right, up.
That's a cheat code.
On top. It says on top. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, we got a Kicker 17 foot.
Hey, that'll go along with your $300 set, $200 set.
Those things. Oh, I didn't pay that. Those things cost. $250 retail. I got one of those running front to back on the Duramax. I ain't pay that. I bought them used. Yeah, I bought used RCAs. What the hell kind of world is this?
Oh.
All right. Kicker, 17 foot. That is not very demure. It was very demure of them to sell it to me for a good price. All right. Kicker, 17 foot. 1.2 ohms, so close to it.
Yeah.
Close to it.
Ain't too bad.
Oh, never mind. Hold on. I readjusted the connection.
What?
Dot fuck them up. 1.12. So, I mean,
Still pretty close.
I mean, that's like within 0.0 something of those $250.
Yeah. Not too shabby.
Mm-mm. So using this, we can pull TS parameters incredibly accurately, because all DATS is doing, right, or whatever, all these different measurement devices are just applying power and measuring it, measuring whatever impedance they get back, and using that to calculate TS. And there's some more stuff happening, but that's the long and short of it. All right, Stinger 17 foot, the cheaper ones.
Oh, here we go.
The ones I've been using in the Tahoe for forever.
Where'd it go?
Hold on. There was a cable mixed in there. I think I grabbed the wrong one.
Here, you want to get the spot?
0.96
Okay.
for that. So that means this one has lower impedance than the $250 version. Of course, the $250 version does have a problem. You know, one of the sides is broken. But you want to know what I do have in this room? $200. Foot and a half long RCA. Huh?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Oh, there's only so many different types of copper.
This is silver, baby.
Can you see the silver?
I don't know. Let's see what we're working with.
Huh.
I mean,
What?
ain't no better than yours. Yours longer. See if we can readjust it. That's about all we got. That ain't bad.
I like that, Blake.
That's right.
Hmm.
Got to measure capacitance. Get me the 500 amp load tester.
No, that's no.
Yeah, I mean, so they were all pretty similar. Except for Patrick, it was better. I don't know what to make of that or this data. So, you know.
Very interesting.
Oh, look, I got some cheapos in here, like some fucking. Be careful with that.
Oh, this one.
That's one of my paychecks. My fucking boss had my ass. That get damaged.
Did you have this hooked up the correct direction?
No.
Because it is direction.
Yes, it is.
How do you?
Man, that is hot ass.
What's it at?
Oh, maybe that's gotta be a bad connection on my end. Nope, that's just what it is, yo. 0.14 for like a 1.5 RCA. Yep. 0.4, not 0.14. That was a cheap boy.
Let's see. I think we get some of the DB links somewhere.
Ooh, here's a question. Can we measure a voltage difference between RCAs?
No, yeah.
Okay. Find out. Let's fuck around. Find out. So we're gonna disable, delete. Boy, delete. Impedance mode off. And we're gonna be measuring. Oh, we'll do the RTA analog reference. And actually, no, we'll do the scope.
Hit it with the scope, bro.
Yeah, we'll scope it. All right, so this is just going to be plugged back into Mac, back into its one of its outputs, RCA outputs, and we're going to play a sine. Well, we'll play pink noise. No, I can do sine waves. That way it looks right on the scope. Yeah, it looks like a sine wave. What frequency is it? Okay, let's do 1,000 hertz. That way there's more data to look at. And we'll turn it up a little bit. That way we're
all the way up.
And we're going to turn off tune default, sync quality, all the way up. Sync ratio, all the way up. 1.01 volt RMS. Turn down one click. There we go. Now I read in millivolts. All right, scope this. Negative 0.92 dB, 8.994 volts RMS. Hand me that bougie boy cable.
No, I was going to do this one first.
Do yours first. So was it 0.94 and 0.92 and 899.3?
So tight.
It's all right. Used to it. It looks like it's identical. .92. Yours is maybe 0.1 millivolt less. Oh, that's teetering. Close. It's the same. We're gonna call it the same. Hand me a bougie boy cable. Let's see what's really happening. And also, to be fair, yours may not have been tight. I'm just gonna reach.
Go ahead and stretch that thing. Make it fit.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Yeah. Nope, that is the same goddamn signal. You know what? I think I know what the problem is. We need to increase our sample rate. 96K. Ooh, look at that sample rate change some measurements. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah, sampling faster. So the volts RMS is averaging faster. So, yeah. 0.91 dB.
Okay.
901. Ooh, teetering. See it?
Yeah.
901. 901. All right.
Was the signal direction correct?
It wasn't.
Huh?
Oh, shit. Let's measure
Flip it.
We gotta measure it.
Flip it.
Yeah. All right, now signal direction won't be accurate. Let's see what.
I have to know.
Well, what if it's like a volt higher? Like, what the fuck?
What resistor do they have hiding in there, or what? What diode is hiding?
Nope, it is the same. Both directions. It's the way the wire's twisted inside. It'll, as long as the signal is traveling with the twist, it'll shield more RF signal from it.
Oh,
Makes sense, right? Yeah. It actually kind of makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
Is yours directional?
absolutely not.
So you swing every direction.
Hey,
Ah,
hey,
hey,
but I am
hey.
comfortable in whatever it is, whatever situation they're at.
Well, that's the same thing. That's the same thing. All right, let's try a 17-footer.
17-footer. I mean, I would imagine it would change.
Let's see. And these aren't obviously super accurate measures. I mean, they're accurate. They're just not. Like, if I was going to take this seriously, I would turn off everything in here. I'd run max off of a DC battery. I'd make it quiet. Oh, that is lower, bud.
Yeah, it's gonna be
0.1 millivolt lower.
where resistance plays a big part.
Let's see.
If it's better on that, I have to change the March 8. Well, you'd have to check the figure, say 17.
I will. I mean, what we're talking about here is so minuscule.
You're
You're
gonna
like,
do the best.
well, if you want the best, then you need the RCAs like Jeffrey and I think Damien got,
Oh no.
Made by a dude named-
I am not trying.
made by a dude named Cookie or something, or the Cookie RCA. Cookie, yeah, not that Cookie, not Cookie CB, not him. He ain't making.
Probably half the people on that show, Roy.
Oh, look at that. They're better. They're better. Shock. They're better.
By how much?
By 0.1 from the $80 RCAs.
Really?
Yeah, so they were better.
Okay.
So they measured the same as the 1.5 foot. All right. Fair. He actually, Damien said he made his, so his are more expensive than Cookies. Fair enough.
Or you can found silver wire. His probably gold plated, huh?
Gold plated. Actually, gold plated by a pharaoh himself.
A
A pharaoh, yeah, bud. He went back in time and was like, "Look, I need a set. My boy Jeffrey Hall needs a set. Well, I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in breadcrumbs. RCA, but no better.
Really? I'll be damned.
Damn. Good thing I got that ran in my truck, huh? You can fix that one right now. It just needs the end resoldered.
Oh, I'm good at that today.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
We'll run you a Stinger 9000 in your truck. Well, that's fancy people stuff.
I'm gonna do my stuff.
Looks like Patrick's getting him a Stinger 9000 RCA in his truck.
Not 100% sure what all what it all means.
Oh, you're not getting that. You ain't gonna see nothing. I had to cut it apart to get to that point.
Oh. So I gotta make it back to that point where you damn near gotta cut it back apart. But just assume that all
They are gold plated tips though. Fancy solder. What he said. We use some LED wire from Amazon and some tips that Tyler bought. Like 1,000 of them.
hey, look here, it worked great.
And they outperformed everything so far. And I would say, he wouldn't have to worry about engine noise. He's already got engine noise. He got that Dayton in his truck.
Ooh, that 408 loud.
Look at all the space, man.
I know.
Oh, look at that bar.
Yeah, I saw it earlier.
I got another one.
Another bracket?
I bought 4, yeah.
I didn't see it. There you go. That's what you take that on that center stud.
Oh, this one just finished. It is getting roomy in here.
Getting
I'm
nice.
trying to clap cheap.
There we go.
There we go. All right, look. So these are the rings for Joey at Brutal Sounds for his speaker box terminal.
Oh yeah.
And another batch of 50 black just finished.
I want to scrape them off on into the box hole, son.
Oh, smart. I'd wait a minute and then just pop off.
Well, that's one way to do it. Well, now you just put your fingerprint grease all
No,
over.
I haven't touched it. I'm like, I'm touching the. I don't know. I kind of touched it a little bit, but I haven't touched it much. I'm mainly just touching the prints.
I'll see him in a latex glove with alcohol in a little bit.
Yep. All right, so we got 50 reds, 50 blues, 100 blacks.
No, like a while.
I mean, should we do white?
No.
Some people do white speaker wire
Black and red, bro.
and blue.
Positive, negative. You did blues.
Yeah, so like in the Tahoe, I would have done blue and white. What color is the speaker wire?
Don't matter. Red, positive. Black, negative.
Well, he's getting blue.
Shit.
Brown moves to him.
They're still cool as hell.
Mhm.
I like those little connectors.
Pretty good.
They're good.
Dialed in. Fun little project.
Viewers go down to now.
Yeah, 21 actually. Oh,
Wow.
Well, it was at 19. If I went live on on the business page, we have a lot, but it ain't about a lot. It's about the quality of the viewer, not the quantity.
Oh,
Yup. What time you gonna be at work tomorrow?
be there. Fine. Leave at 3.
Mm.
No, I gotta wake up at 3, leave at 4.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. DL Huggin. He worked them late nights with me.
Sad life industries. I'm telling everybody. Drew said he called.
Who's that?
I don't know.
I mean, it depends on who you tell. That might be. They might think it's a good thing or a bad thing. Bro, you've been out here working. You almost done too. Look, you got the rest of your things right there.
Oh yeah. Ain't gonna be long.
He's currently at work.
I'm always at work. Yeah, well, I figure get something printed to hold all these guys together because if we're going printed everywhere, I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out what that is.
Cut me off of how many wires is that?
12.
Cut off a piece of like.
There's probably a piece laying up there.
Oh, I'm gonna need 12 of them. Like, remember how I had the 6 ticker wires all in one?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna need 12 of. So that way I can measure and make sure I'm getting it accurate. Definitely not Trey Troll. That dude is seriously obsessed.
Oh my
Right,
lord.
I don't even know what.
Who brought up Trey?
Let me get rid of this printer. Hold on. Boop. Boop. We here. I don't even know. So with that, I don't know Trey. I know who he is, which is unfortunate. But he lives locally. I guess is the best way to put it. I think like an hour away, hour and a half. I think he's most upset that I said he's not rememberable. So Clarence Flint III. Trey, that's his name. 20. This is 2013. St. Jude Marrero was arrested on the 300 block St. Jude Street Marrero and booked with unauthorized entry of an inhabited dwelling, cruelty to animals, and domestic abuse battery. Ooh, Trey, you gonna do all that? Yeah, we're talking about Orleans Parish here. Dude said local courts usually have a kiosk for record searches. I was like, yeah, maybe not Orleans Parish.
Definitely not.
So anyway, yeah, so he's got so if you just thought he was a piece of shit, now you really know he's a piece of shit. Like, I'm all down for a little B&E, a little breaking and enter. But violence on a puppy? No, sir. Unacceptable. Exactly,
Look,
bud.
Max is like, he's upset. He might need therapy.
Knowing is half the battle.
Knowledge is power. Ow.
Tell Max Trey will be the first one to fall in his conquest. So me and he and Amy have a running joke that Max is plotting the domination of the world.
Well, of course.
Aren't you, bud? He's like, only if I get my bedtimes. Just need your email, and I can send you an invoice. What county is that town in? Orleans, I think.
Ain't got no counties down here.
Marrero, that's a parish, but I think Marrero's in Orleans Parish.
Oh, it's Orleans.
It's on the West Bank. The Stank Bank.
Y'all go over there.
It's in Jefferson Parish.
Like that. Don't go there, bro.
It's in Jefferson Parish.
Oh, it's in Jefferson?
It's Jefferson Parish, yeah.
Don't go there, bro.
Population, 32,000. That is far too many people living in Marrero.
Yeah, that's how big 12 is. Okay.
My alternator noise gets worse after battery delete. I ran one positive, one negative from alternator straight to the back.
That makes sense.
What battery is in the back? And what battery did you? I bet you deleted an AGM or a lead acid.
Doesn't matter.
They're actually very good filters. Like, because they're going to slow down. The alternator is going to be kind of the electrical resistance of an AGM or lead acid battery is much higher than that of a lithium battery. So they act as a filter for a lot of stuff to an extent. Altline's easy to track down. If you run JL, it's just whatever else is in your system. There's the Altline. Yeah, if you have all JL, you don't want engine noise. It's a proven fact. And if you do run mostly JL, I answered the Jefferson County thing, Jefferson Parish, as if he might be watching. Jefferson Parish. Two J, so lithium, and you deleted an AGM. Just drive an electric vehicle. Can't have Altline without an alt.
Oh, here we go.
I mean,
Don't buy that.
he's right.
We ain't got the infrastructure.
I do.
Where?
Wherever you put it.
Dimco turns you off at the first inkling of you talking shit about them.
He's telling the truth. I got my goddamn light bill today.
Oh, damn! I need to go look at mine.
Boy, it's the highest I've ever seen.
It's spicy.
There's a 4 in it. It's the first number at that, and it ain't $40.
Okay. Holy mackerel!
But my cell phone bill went down $100. Dimco was like, "Hey, say less. You had extra money."
Not anymore.
I know you're busy doing the.
Damn.
Oh, okay. He was Sad Life Energy messaged me to tell me who he was.
Let me see what mine was.
Don't do it.
Shit, I got to. Here's at a 4 in it.
That means yours might have a 2.
No.
Dude, mine had, like, what's your light bill been the last couple months?
3 something.
Mine too. Like 390, 380.
Yeah. Been like 340, 360.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, bud.
But like it's so fucked up though in the wintertime.
Oh, it's like $1.
Anytime other than now, yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah, wintertime's like $1 because we just don't run anything because it's never actually cold.
Well, damn, that's how long it's been since I logged in my light bill because I'm just so scared to look at it. It's consistently been around. So, like, in April, it started climbing.
Mm-hmm.
And it climbed $30 in May. And then all of a sudden, June.
Well, so I went back and looked at my light bill for last year. I mean, it was about what? But I mean, my usage was up, so my bill was a little bit up, but like it wasn't out of pocket.
You don't do the levelized bill.
It won't let me. They told me to kick rocks.
Chelsea said we could do it, and I'm like, don't do that.
I tried.
Don't do that.
I tried to do it.
Well, you think about it. If your usage changes because of circumstances.
Yeah, but I would like it to not change to a 300.
All right. Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
I like 2 peas in a pie with that shit. I said no. She said yeah.
So it's yes.
No, she listened.
Dan, you heard that, Chelsea. You listened. Me.
You motherfucker.
She may not even be watching. There's only 22 people.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock. She's asleep. You'll watch it tomorrow.
Especially when I send her a highlight of it.
You go on and do that. Oh, Trey Ray was on that.
Shit. He is. You ain't got time to be on my ass like that. That boy.
No.
And like I don't even understand what he's upset at me about.
He got no cars to detail. Ain't nobody.
I just told him that he's forgettable.
Fair enough.
Which I mean, not wrong. Y'all want to see how fast my internet is out here?
What? That shit.
Cooking.
Oh, that's slow.
I know it's actually slow tonight.
That's
That upload. No, upload's about right. Upload's about right. But so our download's slow. I think I'm still streaming like 400 megabit constantly.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, I'm not. Nope, I'm not. I turned all that off. Never mind. Yeah, he left his shit on.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I said, I ain't got time to turn that off. I gotta go.
You gonna walk in there at 2 in the morning, butt ass naked, and look at the.
Oh no, well that's at a shop.
Oh.
So I hope. I mean,
He might have left it on so we could see the
so you see the crackhead break back in. Gotta keep an eye on him, huh?
Fucking potato size rock.
Bro, I felt like he dealt with a crackhead story last year. That's why I was like, bro, you gotta leave them boys alone. Yeah, he's like in the Sacramento area.
You can't do that. Nice place to visit.
Cali's really nice to visit. I just don't make enough to live there.
You do once you live there. That's the problem.
Nah, man. I don't think my design income is gonna quintuple like that.
Oh, fair enough.
Just overnight. It might.
Hey, dude, it's dark.
What head unit and DSP are you running? Pioneer. Dayton DSP.
Wait, what?
I asked him what he's running. I was just talking shit. Pioneer head unit, though.
Hey, you know.
I just know. They're noisy.
Are they?
Well, they used to be. I guess they may not be as noisy
Back
anymore.
in the day, I used to love my Pioneer.
I mean, you didn't care about the engine line when you had 17 tweeters and like 1 amp.
I ain't even had the first amp.
That's why you didn't care about engine. Pioneer and PR. Boy, I knew it. God damn, I knew it. All right, so your problems are right there. Those two. Specifically, the PRV, most likely. Most likely.
DSP?
It's actually.
Oh.
I got one right here. Oh, it's in Narnia. Sorry, this is the Stetson version. I would commit suicide before using one of those DSPs.
Oh, Lord.
Dude, I would do what I want to test in James's truck and run active with time alignment using just a head unit that doesn't have those features. Yeah. Before it.
Yeah. Like a 47.
So it's not that it's a. Oh, it's not good.
Like your thoughts.
No, I mean they're just kind of shitty. That's kind of the only way to say it. But you can make them not noisy. But the Pioneers, though, if it's not a brand new one, you got the Pico fuse problem, which is a very, very large possibility that is a problem. Ground your RCAs, like the outer side of it. Oh, way up there.
Yeah, up there.
I'm gonna change cameras. Let me go to this lower one. I would. So ground this outer part right there. Wrap it around the outside of that on the other on the female side or the male side of the RCA, whatever, and then plug this in and then ground it to the outside chassis of the radio. If it's a pico fuse problem, I'm not using RCA on head unit kicker. Wait. Why are you? I mean, the LOC, the kicker has a RCA output, but why? Why are you using an LOC and
not using the RCAs?
Come on, dude. Go.
You'll see, Max. I guess he must not like that. There you go, bud.
Come on, dude.
I'll come sit over.
Come on, do your spot. Go lay down.
But Dad. Oh, the Max.
Stronger signal.
Stronger? That's no. But
I mean,
huh?
I mean, I don't think it's about outputting much more. Stronger for what, though? Stronger for what that you're feeding into a DSP that can only output 2 volts? So say, 50, I say it's a solid 50% of the time when there's a weird noise at the Pioneer radio. I didn't pull that out my ass. I know that. Yeah, the running an LOC with a radio is odd. I wouldn't. I mean, they're not in need for it. At all.
Come back.
There it is. Get in the home. Go to your home. You're stripped. Gotta clean a little bit. Well, look at all that shelf. Oh,
Yeah, it like
I'm erect.
quadrupled.
So Damien, wire colors. We have black and white, red and black. I'm sure there's some blue and white somewhere. And then I have kicker 12 gauge. That's 16. That's 16, but I had 12. Black and blue.
That black and blue though.
I know. Oh yeah, moving RCAs into this bucket. Oh, RCA and RCA accessories.
I need to do some radio. I got stuff for you.
No, it's RCA wire I got. Who is in control of my budget? Nobody. That's the problem. Not even me. That's a fanny. And LEDs.
Your LED box had the
That's a fanny like speed controller. Oh look, there's a LED strip soldering thing.
to hold them together.
Mm-hmm.
That can be a very handy thing. I'm still not very good at soldering LEDs.
Me either, sorry. I don't think anyone actually is. Somebody somewhere.
Somebody's good at it.
Ain't me.
I feel like I need to coat a piece of wire and stick it there.
I might do a reader this.
Well, my shoulder's killing me. Let's see. Max said, no. Black and white is probably fine if it's 14.
Oh yeah, it's a silver tin 14 gauge. From down for sound.
All right, just run some 8.
So it's a sound quality build.
So efficiency's still a thing.
Yeah, but if you make your pipe too big, your water won't flow.
No, you just have more water. Eventually, it's gonna flow.
I don't think it's gonna work like that on the speeder, dog.
Shit.
I mean, it might.
What's the 10 on that stuff?
You gotta convince me. I'm about it. I say do it. Oh shit.
Electricians. Bigger the wire, the better.
My amp can't take anything larger than a 14. Get a better amp. It's probably got some like Moscone Pros or something. Okay. Audio wave amps, $10,000 a pop. No, I'm not exaggerating. Nah, I'm with you. Nah. Especially because I know someone who runs audio wave amps, and I know that they swapped from audio wave to another amplifier because of a situation of a thing. I'm not saying who, I'm not saying when, I'm not saying where. But the price point, the price point from the amps they swapped in to what they took out, you could have just bought another car, like a new one. And
man,
some people might have said it sounded better.
Some of y'all just be wild.
Well, like Chris Pate explained to me once, like the reason his Civic has RCAs that are like, you know, handmade, super expensive, when everything else they build is everything else they build is these are Stinger 4000s.
Pin reducers.
He said it doesn't matter. Like the RC said, he said yeah, at that point the RCA doesn't matter, but what the person listening to it thinks about the RCA matters. And I was like, that makes sense. So the person thinks the RCA is better. They're gonna think it's
space heater.
They're gonna think it sounds better. The point of using is DHS RCA outputs are mono, not Boy, it's time for a new radio. The fuck? What the hell? What you mean? What you mean mono, my guy?
Get you one of them Kenwoods.
I don't even know what he's talking about. Mono.
4707 is a really nice head unit.
There's a 4708 that's in the Ford unit. Sorry, the warehouse.
You said 4708?
That 4708S. Yeah. Got it for TJ, which ain't put it in yet.
No. I wonder what the difference is.
It's only a sub out. Wait, so there's only a single sub RC output?
But
so you got like $1.75 radio from 1993? It's time for a radio, bud. I'm kind of confused. Let me be honest.
You couldn't knock your sign down. We want that.
I guess it's on the shelf. Normally it goes up here, but it can go anywhere really. I mean, things are moving. Little Molex connectors for amp outputs. That's a Damien said.
Borrow that SSA again.
I don't even know where it's at. It ain't in that box. I know that.
I know you picked it up when you went to.
Actually, I think I got it back from Jeffrey. I sent it to Jeffrey. I might have got it back. Yeah, it's in the wagon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in the wagon. I had it in the wagon. I had it in the wagon for a show. Yeah, it's in the wagon.
Put in the same place. I tend to agree.
I'm about to hop on from my phone and we're going to stream this amp rack real quick, and then we're going to hop off here, continue our shenanigans offline because the internet doesn't need to see some of this.
Oh!
Unless y'all want to pay.
Oh, shit can get deep real quick.
It is what it is.
Or you can get deep in the shit.
Same thing. Oh, yeah, phone.
Huh?
I said what I was going to do. I forgot already. Yeah, they charge $25 to find records in Jefferson Parish.
What?
Damn.
That sounds like some Jefferson Parish shit.
That does sound like some Jefferson Parish shit. Probably should tag me in the chat. Check out my knob.
Oh, Lord.
A super tight fourth. Get a skinny guy. That's what I do. Look, bro, I'm a big dude. I get a skinny guy. My brother, Tyler Ballard. I could ship you a Tyler Ballard.
Skinny as I used to be. Know that.
I ain't as good as I once was. Actually, no, I am. I'm actually better than I once was. I'm still on the way up. Into the studio. And we live. We live. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-mm. He said that's twice. There we go. It's just a good angle. Don't think you've been losing weight. It's just a good angle. It's just an angle.
Just good angle.
Hey, man, sit. Good boy. Take. You pound it. Hell yeah, brother. There we go. All right. We're going to hop out. Specifically this camera for sure.
Say it again.
And then we're gonna go. Y'all have a great evening. Chainsaw Lawns. If I need to send you a single den, bud, just let me know. I got you. I'll send you some with 6 RCAs out. I got you. You can't have that. I'm sure I got some single den somewhere.
Oh, we got some.
Or if I don't, I get one. We're gonna. What time is it?
Yeah, it's late.
Early. Oh.
Night, fellas. Ladies.
Fix your engine noise, specifically chainsaw.
Hey, turn down your freaking stunt wall.